The Na'vi are fierce warriors when fighting RDA forces on the ground, but they are even more lethal when paired with an Ikran. The Na'vi can share a bond with these pterodactyl-like mounts by connecting their nervous systems via their neural cues. In this quick video, we'll give you the rundown for how to find and bond with an Ikran, as well as some quick flying tips to help get your wings under you in Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. To find and bond with an Ikran, you need to progress the main story until you get the quest, Take Flight. We recommend players make their way to this quest pretty quickly, as the game's exploration and traversal really opens up from this point onwards. To start the quest, proceed to the Ikran Rookery to the south of Home Tree. Once here, you'll need to perform various platforming challenges in and around the floating mountains. These gateway lilies will block your path at times, but you can open them simply by touching or attacking the smaller lilies that are connected to the large one in your way. You can use these mermaid tails to launch yourself across gaps, and keep an eye out for various power-ups like bellsprigs and Tarsiu saplings along the way. You will have an opportunity to approach an Ikran a couple of times, but it won't work until the third time after you have lashed its jaws shut. Simply approach while attempting to soothe the creature for the third time, and you will become bonded with your Ikran. Here you can name your new companion, as well as choose their skin color and pattern.
You must secure the bond with a final act of trust.
You are promptly, encouraged to become comfortable calling on your Ikran for help. So let's go over how this new mechanic works. Press H on keyboard or up on the D-pad or controller to call your Ikran. If you do this on the ground, they will fly in from nearby and land so that you can hop on. If you call for them while falling through the air, you will seamlessly begin riding them as they fly underneath you to catch you. Ikran accelerate when you press forward and decelerate when you hold backwards. If you decelerate enough, your Ikran can hover in place, which is great for finding nearby collectibles, an ideal landing location, or for taking out enemies on the ground. When flying close to the ground, press Ctrl on keyboard or Circle or B on controller to have your Ikran automatically land. You can also jump off your Ikran's back while flying by holding this same button. You can always call your Ikran while in midair if you didn't mean to bail on them mid-flight, or if you're a bit higher up than you realized. Press spacebar on keyboard or X or A on controller to have your Ikran flap their wings for a burst of speed. You'll travel the fastest if you press this button repeatedly, but your Ikran will tire very quickly if you do this. We recommend flapping your wings quickly when you take off to gain a lot of initial speed, and then press the button more slowly after this to maintain your momentum without exhausting your mount. Your Ikran, just like you, needs to eat, so be sure to keep some raw cooking ingredients on hand before you go for a flight so that your flying friend can stay energized.
Enjoy!
Combat on the back of your Ikran will be somewhat familiar in comparison to grounded combat, but there are a few key differences. Your weapon wheel, ammo switching, aiming and shooting are all the same in the sky, but once you aim down sights, your Ikran will continue flying in the direction that it was facing when you started aiming. If you want them to change direction while you're still fighting, hold Shift on keyboard or press in the left stick on controller to have them turn to where you are currently facing. Utilizing this feature will help keep you agile while allowing you to continue to primarily focus on combat. Finally, be sure to look at your new Memories of the Rider branch of the skill tree to unlock various abilities for mounted gameplay. You can find ways for Ikran to evade attacks mid-flight, as well as various food-based benefits and more. And of course, be sure to give your new companion some affection by walking over to their head while they are on the ground and interacting with them to pet them. Who's a good Ikran? Who's a good... What, do you all have 4 eyes? For more on Frontiers of Pandora, be sure to see our full review for the game. And if you need more help exploring the Western Frontier, our growing wiki of guides, walkthroughs, and tips has you covered. For everything else gaming, stick with IGN.